Yo, we about to go in right now, okay? But first I want to say this. I just recently checked out this series, and I originally wasn't gonna be watching this until it completely got done. Honestly, I really wasn't. But what happened is that, like, it wasn't even dealing with everybody's videos. It was just like direct conversation, and people were just like, "Yo, this shit's hot. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. You gotta check it out." And then what happened was that I just finished Mirai Nikki. So I was on Skype with my boy Chu. Chu was talking to me. I was like, "Yo, I just finished Mirai Nikki, man. You know." And he was like, "All right, check out Attack on Titan." And I was like, "All right, man. I'll check it out tonight or whatever. You know, I'll go ahead and do that." But I'm about to get into that. We about to go through the walkthrough. But what we're gonna do is that right now we're gonna go through 1 through 3, okay? And then on Saturday or Sunday we're gonna do 4 through 6. And then after that, every week I'm gonna do an episode review, okay? Just so y'all know. Okay. But first, before we get into the breaking down of everything, I want to say this. I want to talk about everything kind of briefly. Animation, gorgeous. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, wow, like, this shit is gorgeous. The art style, gorgeous. I love the color tones that they use through this. It really kind of conveys and shows kind of the depiction of the world, really, that these people are living in. And the music. Don't even get me started on the music right now. I'm gonna get to that shit in a minute. The characters as of right now, I really like them. They're cool. Really enjoying the characters as of right now. I love the setting and everything. And the next thing I want to say, I want to give a shout out to Walking 00 Dead, the king of unboxers, the king of anime unboxing, definitely, because he was the first person that I really see be like very vocal about this series, particularly when it came to the manga. I know there was other people like Forever World and Sawyer that mentioned it before in the past, but he was very adamant about it. So I want to give him a shout out for that. Definitely, shout out to you, man. Check him out if you haven't. I'll have a link to his channel in the description. Anyways, guys, let's get on with this. Let's go in. Okay. Now, first of all, when it starts off, like, the world is like, looks like it stood still, okay? There's nothing really moving, nothing going on, and it shows just everybody in this city, like, looking up, you know, looking up in the sky at something. I'm like, okay, what the fuck are they looking at? And then they show this hand over the goddamn over this big ass wall that is surrounding the entire city. And then you just see this fucking colossal goddamn Titan just look over. And he's looking over this wall at everything. And I'm like, holy shit. And then that music kicks in, and then they cut to this goddamn infantry unit, yo. And at the time, I didn't know who they were. So they're going through the forest and everything, and they're rushing towards something. I'm like, okay, these dudes about to get busy, yo. I was like, okay, put in work. So they're going, man. They're like, all right, everybody get in attack formations, just like you did in training. Everybody split up into 5 groups, and you see them all fucking split up and everything. It was like, prepare yourself for three-dimensional maneuvers. And then, man, I was like, hold on a second. They pulled back their jackets and shit. They got these 2 goddamn, I don't know what the fuck they are. They're like some goddamn, like, what's that shit off of, oh my god, I don't know. It was just some jet-propelled harpoon shooting shit. Man, this shit, like, shoots these harpoons that go into the tree and shit, and they can actually maneuver them and everything. I was like, get the fuck out of here. And they're swinging from tree to tree and shit, and then out of nowhere, out of the woods, this big-ass goddamn fucking Titan just comes out. And then they start going around it and shit, and they're trying to take it down. I'm like, oh, okay, goddamn. This shit going hard already, yo. I was like, okay. And then this dude's like, witness the power of mankind. And then he fucking just comes down with his swords on that bitch. And then it just cuts there in the opening, right? But then, anyways, after that's done, man, we cut to actually this dream. Looks like a nightmare, rather, that this kid named Eren he wakes out of. And when he wakes up, he has his actual sister. That's actually goes by the name Mikasa, and she's looking over him like, "Are you awake?" And she notices that he's actually crying, and he was like, "Don't tell anybody that I'm crying or anything. Don't tell them I'm crying." So and it looks like as if like they were out in the field and everything. It looked like they were getting wood for their home and everything. So I guess they could heat up a fire or whatever, or stock some wood for a later time. So they start heading back in towards the main city. And as they're walking towards the main city, they're sitting there talking about how the city is and how everyone thinks they're safe inside the city because this huge 50-meter wall is surrounding the entire city in these different sections, and everybody has become really used to it because people have seen peace there for 100 years without any incident of any titans coming to wreck shop. So they get into the city and they run into one of these guards. And the guard is like, he's very carefree. He doesn't really care about what he's doing or anything like that. And Eren really gets kind of upset at him. Like, the guards are drinking on the job and stuff. And we find out that Eren actually wants to join the Survey Corps. And that's actually like who we saw at the beginning. I'm like, okay, so that's who they are, right? So, and also we find out that Eren's father is actually a doctor that helped him out in this very big epidemic that recently happened and everything. And a lot of people kind of cherish him for that. So eventually they get away from the guards, they push onto the city. Then as they're going home, they run in to these Survey Corps guys coming in, these soldiers coming in from the battle with the Titan. So as they see them, as they're coming in, like, oh man, you got people all fucked up, injured and shit, dude losing a leg and shit. I was like, God damn, you got your ass whooped. Yo, I was like, okay. Man, this old lady comes out and is like, excuse me, I don't see my son. What's my son? What happened to my son? Yo, this dude, I don't care. I personally don't think you should do this shit, right? He looks back at the dude, man, he gives him this fucking shit wrapped up in a white cloth and gives it to her. And then she's like, she unwraps it, and it's her son's arm, like wrapped up in a cloth. And he's like, this is all that we could fucking salvage. I was like, get the fuck out of here, yo. You don't do that shit like that, yo. Oh my god. In public, like, these dudes is raw. I was like, okay, goddamn, y'all got your ass whooped. And then he's like, and then he pretty much confesses, and then he's like, well, she's like, well, at least he went out for a reason, you know what I'm saying, for a better, for a better future, yada yada. And then he's like, then he confesses, he's like, it's all my fault, nothing that we've ever done has advanced us in anything. And then he pretty much takes the blame for all that. Honestly, I thought there was about to be a riot that was going on right there. I was like, okay, motherfuckers about to go ham right now. But nothing happened. So I was like, you know what, so I think I understand, everybody understands like how desperate really the situation is and how crazy it is. I was like, okay, I got you. So Eren and Mikasa go back home, okay, and their mom and dad is there. They go ahead, they lit off their packs full of wood and everything, they stock it up and stuff, and they sit down at the table and everything. And then their dad is actually about to leave. He's about to head out pretty soon. And as they're sitting down about to eat, Mikasa, his sister, actually goes ahead and drops the bomb on him. It says that, yeah, Eren wants to join the Survey Corps. And I was like, oh man, like, you gonna do this? I'm just pissed. Like, oh hell no, you ain't joining that. What are you talking about? Eren's like, you're not supposed to tell him. Started sitting next to him, like, look, I don't think you want to do that and everything. And then you can kind of tell there's like a little bit of like tension between them two, because I think his mom doesn't really sees it as like he doesn't really ever like listen to her or nothing like that, stuff like that. And Eren kind of just seems against anybody that doesn't agree with his decision and stuff. So his dad So she's like, honey, you gonna say anything to him? His dad looks at him, which is the doctor, looks at him and is like, he pretty much says like, hey, his decision is his decision. No one's gonna change it. Like, that's how he feels about it, you know. It is what it is, pretty much. You know, then he's like, hey, I'm gonna show you pretty much what I've been holding secret in the basement, and he shows him this key. And then he starts smiling. Eren starts smiling like, okay. And then his dad actually ends up leaving to actually go out somewhere to handle some business. They wave him off and everything. And then his mom is still like, I still don't agree with what you're gonna do. I still don't agree with it. And then Eren goes a little tantrum, and then he runs off. And then she looks at Mikasa and is like, look, he does some foolish things from time to time. I need you to look after him and make sure he stays safe. And then Mikasa goes ahead and runs off after him, runs off after Eren. And then it cuts to actually this one of their friends named Armin. He's actually getting bullied because he's being called a heretic and everything, because he wants to see the outside of the walls. You know, he wants to get out there and everything. And everybody in the town just is too comfortable. They're too comfortable with the way they live. They don't think that there's going to be any threat coming just because they've been safe for 100 years or whatever. So Eren gets there and he's like, hey, you know, say y'all gonna have to fight me now, son. And he's trying to help out his friend and everything. And the bully is like, all right, you know, say you want to get pummeled, you know what I'm saying, let's go. But then they see his sister behind him running after him. They're like, oh shit, let's get out of here. So I'm like, okay, Mikasa must be the badass right there, yo. So I'm like, all right, here we go. So they go ahead, they get out of there, they run, they hightail and everything. And then they start talking and they start rapping with Eren and everything. And they're just basically talking about how, you know, how the people are just cattle to these titans, because they're all living in these walls and everything. And if they wanted to, like, what would happen if they just came one day and, you know, I mean, there'd be cattle still slaughtered and everything. I was like, yeah, you know, that's really true, you know. And he was just talking about how people just need to wake up. And then out of nowhere, this huge ass lightning bolt hits, like, there's a big ass shot just hits, like, I'm like, oh shit, like, what the fuck is that? And then everything stands still, yo. I mean, the earth stood still on that day, and everybody's just looking up at the sky and shit. And then Armin runs out and runs around the corner to try to get a better look to see what people are looking at. And then Eren's like, yeah, where are you going? Armin. Man, they run around that corner, they look up into the sky, yo. They see that fucking hand of that goddamn giant, that titan up there. He looks over, man, and then he just sees everybody. And I'm like, oh shit is about to get real. This titan pulls back his legs, son, and kicks through the goddamn wall. Fucking debris, everything, just from the blast, is just flying in, causing a shockwave, fucking everything up. Boulders smashing into people and shit. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck's going on right now, yo? And then he just basically led to the slaughter, son. All these titans just started walking through the hole that he made, and I was like, oh shit. And then Eren was like, mom, at our house. He was like, then he started running. He's like, she gotta be safe. So she just starts hauling, son. Just starts putting in work, son. Mikasa's right behind us, like, yeah, like it's done. I was like, okay, that's what I'm talking about, son. And then he runs around the corner. He's like, our house is gonna be the same. Like, it didn't mess up the house. He turns around the corner. It's all fucked up. He gets up there, his mom is pinned underneath the house and shit. Like half of her body pretty much. And she's like, my legs are pretty much crushed. So even if you could get me out of here, you would have to carry me, and there's no way that us three are getting out of it. And she's trying to tell him to go. She's like, look, Eren, Mikasa, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Save yourselves and all this stuff, man. And the Eren was like, no, I'm not leaving you here. And I was like, that's right, son. You ain't supposed to leave it like that. But then I was like, man, but for real, you ain't gonna be able to do it. And he's sitting there, him and Mikasa trying to pick up that big ass wooden log and shit, trying to get her out and stuff. And then she starts crying and everything, and you can see the fucking stress on their face and the emotion on their faces and shit. And then the goddamn Titan coming in the background, and all of a sudden this dude from the survey quarters, one of the soldiers, come out of nowhere, man. Named Hannes or something, yo. He come out of the woodwork, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna save y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and pay my debt and everything. He starts heading towards the Titan, and this Titan is sitting there, yo. He just standing there, looking crazy as shit. And then this dude looks at it, and then this motherfucker goes shook, yo. He gets shook like a bitch. There's only a few other times when I seen somebody get that shook from being courageous to a bitch. It was once in Full Metal Alchemist when Ed Elric was trying to save Winry, in the original Full Metal Alchemist, when Ed Elric was trying to save Winry from that butcher and he thought he was gonna die. The other time besides that was in Berserk, when that little pint-sized motherfucker with the bald head in the goddamn castle was staring at fucking Griffith's goddamn eyes and shit, and then he started running cold sweats. I was like, yo, you fucking shook, son. Yo, he looked at that bitch, he seen the Titan's face, just like, I was like, god damn, yo. He put his sword back into his shit, busted Huey, went straight back to the kids, yoked them up, and started hauling ass, yo. I was like, god damn, son, holy shit, you gonna do that? And the mom was like, thank you. And she was like, get out of here, go. And then what really hit me, yo, was when after she said that and she was looking at him, and then she started recollecting her memory with her kids and stuff, and she tried to realize what was about to happen, and then she kind of subtly just said, don't go. I was like, oh man, what? I was like, yo man, like this shit's sad as a bitch right here, yo. Like I was like, yo, what the fuck, man? And then they're being carried because fucking Eren is being carried by that Haynes dude, the Hans motherfucker, running fast as shit, trying to get away. Motherfucking Titan gets over there, just like digging up this shit, digging up the home and everything. Grabs the mom, fucking grazes her up, and she's fucking hitting his arm and shit, hitting his hand and everything. Fucking Titan just snaps her shit up, yo, and then she's just like all back broken and shit. I was like, oh fuck, man. And then Eren is looking at it the whole time, yo, with that epic fucking gorgeous fucking music, son, setting the fucking mood, yo. And I was just like, get the fuck out of here, yo, this shit is beast. And then he just grabs her, yo, and just fucking, I was like, no, man, this is not supposed to go down like this. This dude supposed to have some fucking hope in his life. Right now, he has nothing besides his sister, and she's adopted. I was like, oh shit, man. Honestly, in that situation, I would have fucking lost it, because everybody is in mass hysteria. Everybody's running, trying to escape and get out and everything. And the last thing this dude sees is his mom is being eaten by a Titan, son. It is what it is. It is what it is. But anyways, that pretty much ends episode 1. But now we move on to 2, where this mass hysteria is still going on. But word about what's happening is spreading throughout all the lands and through all the different sections of the walls and everything. So as we continue through this, people are getting snatched up by these Titans left and right, like it's just hopeless and shit as they're trying to get away. I'm just like, god damn, yo, these dudes are relentless, man. They hungry as shit. God damn, son. I was like, damn, man. And then it gets to a point when your boy Hannes or whatever, he gets tired and everything. Well, he don't really get tired, but he ends up, Eren actually gets pissed off, and he's like, why did you take us away from her and all this stuff? And he ends up putting them down and everything, and Eren's pissed. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's completely mind fucked about what happened and shit, right? So fucking Hannes actually is just like, look, There's nothing you could have did. You're not strong enough. You weren't strong enough to save your mom. It just is what it is. And then Eren get pissed, yo. He pulls back that smooth right, yo. That shit was smooth, yo. With that animation, son. I swear, that articulation was fucking perfect. That shit came back, son, and was about to hit him, and then he just stopped it right in front of his face. That man, boy, he stopped that shit. He was like, but I lacked the courage to fight the Titan. And as he was saying it, he was drawing tears, yo. Because he cared for her too, you know what I'm saying? He cared about everybody, man. That shit affected him like a motherfucker. And Eren was just like, damn, man. And then he realized he was spitting some factual shit right there. The motherfucker got shook, and you weren't strong enough. Deal with it. It is what it is. It's some sad shit. It's fucked up. But hey, we gotta keep moving. Right now, our purpose is to keep living to fight another day. Right now, we gotta get the hell up out of here. Man, everybody's getting on these ships, right? Trying to get away. Everybody's on the ships, and they're pretty soon they're about to be overloaded. Like no more people can get on type of shit, pretty much. And while this is all happening, okay, Armin is actually already on the ship. Their friend, and he's like, where's Eren? Where are they at? You know what I'm saying? Where's Eren? Mikasa, where are they at? And then he looks at him, and then he could tell Eren is just done. Like, he is just out of it. You can tell just by looking at him and everything. And then some guys like he looks like he just is, you know, like he's seen the worst of it and shit. And Armin's just looking at him, asking like, you know, like, what the hell? And fucking Eren's just like, I'm gonna kill them all. I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna murder them all. I'm gonna kill all these Titans. You know what I'm saying? For what they have done, man. That man, as this is happening, holy shit. Hold on, I gotta break this shit down, because this shit was magnificent. They were trying to close the gate, and while they're trying to close the gate, they got all these cannons and shit shooting at the Titans and everything, trying to fight back, trying to, you know, give some time for everybody to leave. And then the boats actually get to a point when they can't have no more people on them and everything, and it looked like the goddamn Titanic, but the other way around, because people were trying to jump onto the boat as it was leaving the dock and everything, trying to get out of there and everything, right? And I was like, holy shit, yo, man. They were trying to close the gate and everything. Hannes was out there, yo. He was like, yo, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, we got people still coming through. We can't close it yet or whatever, yada yada. And then, man, this goddamn Titan, this armor Titan, just comes around the corner, yo. And I swear to you not, all I could hear was my goddamn heartbeat. I was like, what the fuck is this? It was like, I was like, whoo! And then this dude was just standing like this, yo. And then he went into that stance. I was like, hold on, what's about to go on here? And then this motherfucker just springs into action like, I was like, oh shit! And then that music hit, yo. And that music, I was like, hold up, hold me back, son. Hold me back, yo. This shit is a beast, yo. Cause that music hit at the perfect time, emphasizing the fucking epicness that was going down, yo. This motherfucker was every stride. Yeah. They were like, close the gate, close the gate. Man, they were bringing down the gate, but it didn't fucking matter, yo. They were shooting cannonballs at this dude. He was just like, doof, 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 doof. Man, he fucking slammed through that wall like, doof. And he ended up sliding through that shit. I mean, how you gonna cause ultimate destruction and then sit there in a stance like a fucking G, son? I was like, what? What, yo? Get the fuck out of here, yo. You know what? I was through after that. And then pretty much the whole area fucking went down, yo. And then they actually ended up going to one of the other areas inside of another wall. And when they actually got there, they were given rations. And you know, Eren was having another kind of nightmare and everything. He woke up and they were giving out rations. So, hey, we got to go get our food. If we don't, you know what I'm saying, we're going to starve pretty much and everything, right? So when they get there, they go ahead and there's these other guards there. And they're like, they don't deserve our food. Why we got to give them our food? You know, because it turns out that the people in that section look down on them, you know, and they don't think that they deserve it and everything. And Eren's listening to him like, man, what the hell, yo? Like, I ain't putting up with this. He goes up to one of them and kicks him in the fucking shin, yo. Then he comes back at him and shit. Hits him in the face, other dude pushes him down and everything. I was like, God damn, yo. And then Armin comes up like, please, you know, excuse my friend and everything. You know, he's just starving. He's real hungry. He's getting to his head and stuff. They're like, whatever. And they leave him alone and everything. And Eren's like, man, I'm not eating their food. I'm not eating from them. You know, I'm gonna go back there and kill all those Titans. This is what I'm gonna do. And then Mikasa's looking at him like, you a fucking idiot. You a goddamn fool. Then she goes ahead, she fucking just, Eren gets in an argument with Armin, talking about you gonna come back with me and all this shit and everything. And then, you know, Eren's getting a little bit out of control and shit. Fucking Mikasa just comes out with that swift right, like, bah, 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 yo, and fucking just levels his ass, yo, straight to the fucking ground. Then she dropped that knowledge on him, yo, that poetic justice. Right on his fucking dome, yo. I was like, okay, yo, that's what I'm talking about. Hit him with that knowledge, son. Man, she's like, look, you go back now, you're gonna be useless. There's nothing that you can do. There's nothing that we could have done. And then she takes that loaf of bread that they got for the ration and stuffs it in his fucking mouth. And it's like, here, you're gonna fucking eat this shit. Eat this shit. I'm not gonna have you fucking starve. Fuck that shit. I made a promise and all this. And I was like, okay, you a beast. Is what it is, son. Let's go. Meanwhile, while all this was happening earlier, when Eren was having that dream, his dad was racing back on his horse, hoping that everybody was safe and everything. And it turned out when Eren woke up, he was like, he felt like his dad was there or something, or he talked to his dad, or his dad was around. And when he woke up, he actually had that key from earlier around his neck that his dad was showing him at the house after he said that he wanted to be a Survey Corps member and everything. So which was crazy. We find out that the food production cannot sustain the amount of people. So what they do is they send 250,000 people back to Maria, where they came from, or that area that they came from, and to fight back against the Titans. And it only turned out that 100 came back. Fucking crazy. And that only helped out a little bit for the food productivity for the people that were still alive. I was like, what? Are you serious right now? Like, these motherfuckers just being thrown to slaughter. Like, holy shit, this shit goes hard as fuck, yo. Let's go. So then, right then and there, them three make a vow. Eren, Armin, and Mikasa. They make a vow. Like, look, we're gonna join the Survey Corps and everything. We're gonna become soldiers, you know, to go and fight back at a later time and everything. Armin goes ahead and says, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do it. And Mikasa basically says, alright, mainly because she's gonna protect him, say, hey, you're not gonna have you die, you know what I'm saying? You need someone to protect you and stuff. You know, because the whole time Mikasa's kind of seen as like this guardian figure around him and everything. He's not really like reliant on her, but in a way, because she is the person that really kind of fights the battles and is like the victorious kind of one in a way. You can kind of get that sense that that's going on here. But yeah, that pretty much pushes us into episode 3. Now we're gonna kind of skim over this one a little bit because there wasn't really too much going on here. It first starts off with everyone being private piles from fucking Full Metal Jacket. Everybody's getting shitted on by the goddamn main captain and shit and everything. He's grilling him in the face. What's your name? Where are you from? And everything, you know what I'm saying? Grilling him and everything. I was like, okay, that's what's up. Like, this was good. Show him what's up. But he doesn't hit everybody. He doesn't go ahead and do it to Eren and Mikasa and everything because they're the people that, you know, they've seen it. They've seen the worst, and you can tell. You can tell that they're determined. They're in it. You know, he does that to everybody else that's kind of like shaky. You know, saying not worried about a situation and stuff like that. And he eventually sees this one girl that is eating this potato. Like, she just takes out this potato and fucking eats the potato and shit. And he looks at her like, what the fuck is going on here? Walks over to this chick that is like, what the fuck is that? And she's like, it's a potato. I'm hungry. I ain't had time to eat, so I just grabbed it from the mess hall pretty much, and you know, I'm eating the potatoes. Like, so you stole it? Like, I guess. You know, I was like, what the fuck is going on with this chick right now? And then she splits it in half and is like, here, you want half? And he's looking at her like, what the fuck? And then he makes her run all day. Literally run until she drops. And that's exactly what she does. She runs until she damn drops. And then later on, she actually fucking drops and shit. And there's this girl that comes, and she's actually bringing this loaf of bread for specifically for her to eat. But then she fucking leaps up out of the ground with red eyes, fucking Wolverine weapon X's that goddamn loaf of bread. Fucking takes it straight from her and everything and starts eating the hell out of it. And as soon as she eats it, she fucking just knocks herself out. Well, she pretty much knocks out and everything, and she's sleeping and stuff because she's so tired and everything. And then her and this other girl actually end up taking her to I guess to her bunk and everything. And this one lady, she's like, you know what? I'm probably gonna need her. I'm gonna rely on her in other situations and everything. We'll see what that means in the near future or whatever. But this whole time, Eren is going through this aptitude test. Well, everybody is, really. And if you can't get through this, you pretty much don't become a soldier. You know, in this aptitude test, you're pretty much on this, you have this harness around your waist. And it's tied up to these two posts. And it's pretty much so that you can keep yourself leveled. You can keep yourself balanced. And Mikasa and Arm, they got no problem with it. You know, they get that's way with flying colors. A lot of other people do, but he just falls flat on his face. Like, he can't keep himself balanced. And what's funny about this, prior to this, you know, he was just he was in the mess hall. You know, they were eating and everything, and he was like, anybody that doesn't have no skill and talent and everything, just go away and stuff like that. And everybody was surrounding him because he was someone that was from where the Titans actually attacked and everything. So they wanted to know like how they looked and all this stuff. How did that colossal Titan look and stuff like that. So he, you know, he kind of told them, but then for a second there, he almost lost it a little bit because he remembered his mom being 8 and stuff. But you know, he was like, hey, you know, I'm gonna go back there, I'm gonna kill all the Titans and stuff like that. He was gonna do his thing. So after that whole aptitude test and everything, and he was failing it, he was going around asking everybody like, what do? You got any tips, stuff like that, you know, everything. And everybody was like, I pretty much don't got really anything really to say, you know. It just is what it is, you know what I'm saying. There's pretty much nothing they could really say. So he was a little aggravated with that, but he ended up talking to these two guys, asking them about it, but they couldn't really tell him anything, but they ended up telling him their story. And one of them in particular was telling his story about what happened to him in his land before he got there. And he was saying that he was in his house and that he felt like the earth shaking and all these big like like these big pounds and everything. He went up to his window and it was just a huge ass Titan face staring at him through the window and everything. Like, it's crazy. I was like, oh damn, you know. So pretty much like his area got completely demolished as well and stuff. And pretty much like everybody, they were trying to encourage him, saying that, you know, adjust a few things, you know, you'll be fine, man. You'll be fine. So the next day comes, and Eren's on the post. He's about to be lifted up to go ahead and see if he can pass and everything. But he gets up there and then he's doing it. Like, he's doing it fine. He's like, I got it. Yes. And the next thing you know, boom, falls. And it's like, oh damn. But he was like, but I had it, you know, so I could do it again. And then the guy, the head officer was looking at it. It's like, you know what? Take him down. Get off of it. And then he looks at the harness and everything. He's like, you know what? You had faulty hardware. You had faulty stuff. And then everybody was looking at him, oh my God. And then he was like, it's amazing that you were able to even do that with the faulty equipment. So they put the right equipment on him, and then he was able to do it perfectly, without an issue, without a problem. So he ended up becoming a soldier. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a soldier and everything. And then in his mind, he was like, I don't have to, you know, pretty much rely on Mikasa anymore. He can be able to fight on his own and stuff and everything. But guys, that was pretty much it for the 3rd episode. I can't wait to see exactly what's gonna go on. They said the training was gonna last 3 years. That's what they were saying, to become an actual soldier. But we're gonna see what's gonna go on with this, guys. This shit is pretty damn dope. It is awesome. Love it. This is a very definition why I enjoy and love anime, guys. Definitely awesome, enjoyable. I can't wait to see the next episode on Saturday. Definitely. Alright, guys, it's ShamPlu at AnimeCenTruL, where anime comes alive. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe for more, guys. I will holla at y'all later. Thanks for watching. Peace.